Good evening, everyone. I'm Carmine Gemei. You all remember 2 months back, Kelly Walsh let go of John Vance as head football coach. Well, they just found their new man. Former Big Piney football coach Aaron McKelkey is the new football coach at Kelly Walsh. During his 7 seasons with the Punchers, Aaron led Big Piney to a 22-37 record. He was one of 6 finalists for the Trojans' job, and each went through an hour-long interview. Aaron said the first thing he plans to tell his new players is, quote, "We're going to coach you as hard as we love you," close quote. He's the 11th head football coach in Kelly Walsh history, and the Trojans have just 1 winning season since 2009. Aaron is also the head coach of the South team for the Shrine Bowl game in early June. And in the midst of March Madness, the Cowgirls hosted the second round of the WNIT yesterday, trying to make it to the Sweet 16, playing South Alabama for the first time in school history. And the Poke fans were pumped up at the AA. It was a close one. Poke's only up 3 with less than 5 minutes left. And this is classic Cowgirls. Tapia to Area Vets to Weideman to Cotton. And that finish is 100% Cotton. And one. Bailey Cotton, Marta Gomez, and Carla Area Vets combined for 57 points. And the faithful Wyoming Cowgirl fans love that because their women win 78-71 over South Alabama. The Cowgirls will host Pepperdine at 6:30 on Thursday in the Sweet 16.
It was super nice playing in front of this crowd, and I feel like every time they get up, they get so much energy to you. So even if the calls are not coming to our way, I think that kept us going, and they kept us going all the time. So it's so much easier to play when you have them as your 6th player.
And speaking of March Madness, good news for one of our former Cowboys. Justin James earned 2nd team All-District honors from the National Association of Basketball Coaches. And after making 1st team All-District last year, he's now 2-time All-District and 2-time All-Conference. JJ finishes his career as the 3rd leading scorer in Poke history and 4th leading scorer in Mountain West history with 2,061 career points. His senior year, Justin averaged 22 points, 8.5 boards, 4.5 assists, and 1.5 steals. And our college rodeo stars dealing with their own March Madness, trying to qualify for CNFR. Remember, only the top 2 men's teams and top 2 women's teams from the region can make CNFR. And we had the 2nd of 5 spring rodeos this weekend in Torrington. Here you see Sheridan winning 2 routing events, Casper won. Brock Belcom won the tie-down roping for LCCC. Eastern Wyoming won the steer wrestling and goat tying. And how about Wheaton Williams and Cash Hetzel winning their 2nd team roping title in a row? 15.8 seconds. That's 5 seconds better than 2nd place. Central's Carson Bradley won the barrel racing. And Tisha Cofield won the breakaway roping. That helped her take 1st in the all-around. The all-around cowboy is Kenneth Thompson from Casper. So the T-Birds and Cowgirls are this weekend's team champs. Right now, the Poke men and women, Sheridan men, and Eastern women would make CNFR. And speaking of the Pokes, the women's golf team just had a historic weekend at the Red Rocks Invitational in Arizona. They turned in a 3-round team score of 20 over par, 872. That is their lowest team event score in school history. It shatters their 2017 mark by 16 strokes. Junior Aaron Sargent led the way with a 54-hole score of 1 over par, 214. That's the 7th lowest score to par in Wyoming history. Sargent finished tied for 11th out of 105 golfers, and as a team, the Cowgirls finished tied for 7th out of 18 teams. They'll be in action 2 weeks from now at the Cowgirl Classic. And guys, also, Poke football fans are very excited. Tomorrow is the first of 15 spring practices.